2008, I know exactly where I was when the housing market took a turn. I was sitting at my desk in my office, chilled, just like a normal day. My boss comes in with a little smirk, and then a not so big smirk, and he said, "Are you still going to need to stay on the healthcare insurance?" I was like, "No, but why you ask?" He said, "Do you have a way home today?" I said, "Absolutely. My car is in the parking garage like always." So I just got a bit of bad news. I was like, okay, nothing is ever good when he says he had a bit of bad news. So the news was, we're just gonna have to let you go. We're laying off, downsizing, whatever you wanna call it. Said we're gonna have to do it. He said the housing market has took a turn and there's no rebounding at this point. So I sighed and nodded, as in, okay, I understand. But when he left out of the office, everything in me went south, just like the market. I was like, oh my God, what a moment, what a time. November 2008, I sat there, and as I packed my bags and boxed up my belongings to leave, he came back and said, "It's gonna be okay." I was like, okay for who? He said, "No, really, it's gonna be okay." So I gave him a firm handshake and told him, okay, great. I'm glad you feel that way about it. So I mosey on out of the office, and as I left, going down to the car, all of a sudden I kind of wept. I didn't know if I was weeping for the leaving of a company that I had become so dear and engaged in, family environment, 20 people at the most, intimate environment where everybody, knew everything about the children, just a great place to work. So I didn't know if I was shined upon for that, or so to speak, upset about that, or was it just, I just lost my job. So, got home, spoke with my husband, spoke with my children, because at that time I think they was middle school age, or just said, "Mama, be home a lot more often now until something else come along." But being in the construction industry, it was very lucrative. The salary paid well. So it wasn't like you really wanted to find something else to do, because that was basically my field. So I was like, well, okay, I'll take anything for the time being. And I did just that. Still, nothing was as lucrative as, or paid that well as the construction industry. So it was kind of down here from there, or at a standstill, or still, I should say. So I got to wondering, as I had more time on my hand to actually think about it, I tried to come up with several ideas on how I can make it better for me. Whereas start my own business, or maybe be a contractor for someone, or anything as a bookkeeper or entry-level accountant, just something on the side to make ends meet and keep money coming in. So I did that as a side job while I still look for a permanent solution to my unemployment situation. And then I got to thinking, well, even if I ended back up in the construction industry, what would it be like after leaving, feeling the effects of what just happened? Well, it wasn't a problem anyway, because no construction job was hiring anyway. No construction, no builders, no subcontractors, no one, because everyone was in the same boat. So that passed by, and I sat high more, and I thought about it more. I kind of got depressed around the 6th month of being home. I was like, oh Lord, where do I go from here? So I pulled scraps like they always say, and put your big girl pants on and pull yourself up by the bootstrap and take control of your life and do what you can, and that you can't, you don't worry about. So I got to thinking, and I started doing a lot of writing. Well, journaling, I should say. So I started doing a lot of journaling to get it off, or get it off my chest, or get out into the universe, and call those things in that I needed to call in to really build my confidence back up. Get myself out there and take myself on and do what I needed to do. So within all that, I started doing research. And researching more companies, different kind of companies at this time. And where would I see myself, or what would I like to be in the next 5 years? So that's what I had worked on. But in that experiment, I was thinking, why did the housing market take a turn? We was under all of this. Construction industry was actually doing well, at least the home side of it was. The home market was doing really, really well. A lot of subprime lending was taking place, which means people was getting in homes that they couldn't afford. And I think the salary wasn't catching up with the mortgages. So with that in mind, I was just wondering about my kids' future in homes and purchasing homes. So during that distress time, my husband and I was able to purchase a rental property because he had the bulk of the income that was coming in, but I still wanted my own. So we decided to purchase this rental property. And the rental property was doing well for a little while, but then the person that was renting out the properties, and they started running into struggling paying the rent. So then after a year or so with that kind of went downhill for us. So it was a struggle to try to meet or pay two income, so we had to do a short sale. And needless to say, they didn't go over well. A short sale is a short sale. So you save your credit, but you use the equity in the home, so nothing is there to really profit on. So with that being said, it turned me out from the construction industry, then I got into retail, then I came back to the construction industry after really pick back up. So I said, give it another try. Well, fast forward to today, that's where I am right now. And as I work for a builder, a home builder right now who has markets in Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. We're at the time, at this time, we're kind of experiencing that same effect of what was leaning towards what was going on in 2008. In the meetings that we have, we've been told that it's possible that can happen. We just don't know when. So we're bracing ourselves for that. But I think my biggest problem right now is, will my children be able to afford a home? Today, at today's market values. Homes are now going for $500 and better. It would take two nice incomes to really afford those properties. So I was worried about, or just thinking about, is this going to be a great thing for my kids? Will they ever be able to experience the lifestyle of a starter home environment? And a starter home really builds you to go to the next level and the next level. But if you're thrown into a $300,000 home out the rip, there's no growth to go to. So you can actually be in that home for a very, very, very long time, provided that you get in that home to even start your family, or for them to start their families. Well, in looking back at the trend that was going on in 2008 with the subprime lending, well, that's not as much of the problem today. Today, the persons can't afford the housing prices on the salary that they have right now, because salaries are kind of stale. So technically, if you're not in a two-wage income, or your salary is not conducive to the market values of today, then you're very much out of a home. Unless you want to live in the rural parts of Georgia or the rural parts of any city or state, then your opportunities to live in the city or the city limits are really just pointless or it's unaffordable. Because all of the affordable homes that's in your surrounding areas are just basically unaffordable. So with that being said, I was wondering what exactly can be done at this point in time. And my solution would be for the builders and these corporations to really take to heart that they've made millions and millions of dollars already on these homes. And now that they can put an affordable product out there for the youth or the millenniums, not just the townhomes in which they're really, really selling right now, but actual homes, legitimate homes where the millennials or the young adults can really partake in a family environment with a yard. Townhomes and the products that we're selling in my company, they're stacked on each other, no backyard. Technically, no family lifestyle can be a part of this product or this community. So I'm thinking that there's got to be a better way. So the greed has to stop from the banks and the builders and the owners and the joint venture and everyone across the whole spectrum should really just take heed or be like you've already made enough. And I know everyone wants their bottom line to be their bottom line, but at some point in time to prevent a crisis like we had in 2008, I think it will be more beneficial to sell a product that everyone can afford as opposed to just a few can afford. If you have more product to sell than that's just standing, that's wasted inventory. If you can put a family in a home at a reasonable price, then that would enhance the community because the home is not vacant and you'll also be making profits on that product. So hopefully they take heed to what the market is saying and what the market is doing. And they would really just consider what's going on. No one wants to be in a downturn spiral anymore because it affects everybody. I've been in that boat. It affects the contractors, the general contractors, the subcontractors. It affects everyone. And all the little people and the other subcontractors, they're affected because they are the one that does the most work to make it happen for the builder. So there are little people doing big things to make their product happen. So I would think that they would really consider it this time. One other thing that I would like to point out is if we don't get a hold of the homes that we're selling, it's gonna be a downturn. It's gonna be a downturn because you're gonna have more inventory and more builders will have more inventory that they can afford to have standing. And that actually does nothing for the community. It does nothing for the bottom line of any company. And it just does nothing at all to enhance a new buyer, to make them excited about buying. That's all.